The reason they didn't want Donald Trump is they didn't want the little guy that Donald Trump represents, the working class people, to really have a voice, to have a strong voice in our system, to have a strong voice of how they can start to drive the process instead of the elites. Quite frankly, many of the elites who are in bed with and have helped the CCP not just sustain power, but to become more powerful. It's those little guys, like it's the little guy in Taiwan, the little guy in Hong Kong, the little guy in mainland China, that is saying, "Hey, I'm tired of this. I want a different way to do this." That nullification project started immediately upon Donald Trump winning. A big part of this is the media, and that's why I call them the opposition party. This Russian hoax, and I think we have a crisis in the media here in the United States, and what I mean by that is that our mainstream media, which is very powerful, very wealthy, the people are paid a lot of money, have gotten two major things wrong, and not just kind of wrong, dead wrong. That was the rise of populism and Donald Trump winning the election, which they were totally caught by surprise. They thought Hillary Clinton, had it locked up, right? Number two was this whole Russian hoax. That really was Mueller's investigation. And people must remember this. President Trump turned over every document. President Trump made available every person on the staff. President Trump went out of his way to get everything to the prosecutors so they could see. So there was no stone left unturned, okay, to look into this. And they came out with no collusion. The missing of Donald Trump by the media and then the Russian hoax is two incredible black eyes for our media and really puts them in a terrible situation.
那么呢，我可以告诉大家，我认为啊，其实这个的穆勒的这个的报告，其实是我们的这个的民主党派的人士，他们所组成一种叫做的使之无效的一个的项目的其中的一部分。为什么叫做使之无效呢？其实说美国有很多的经验，很多的这个的企业，他们都不喜欢是特朗普的。所以呢，他们认为政治就必须要是精英来到去进行的，他们不相信是让一些的普通人，又或者是一些的民间的人士，不应该让这一些的人有力量、有权利。所以的话呢，权力应该呢是掌握在他们这一些的精英啊，或者权力分子啊既有的力量的手上的。所以的话，从特朗普胜利进入白宫的一天开始，他们就是在进行这一种的使之无效的项目，希望就是为他创造各种各样的一个的麻烦困难，让他呢就是不能够来到进行他的这一些的这个的政府的这一些的行动的。那么因为呢，其实这个呢是我们美国媒体创造出来的一种的行动。因为美国的媒体它非常的有钱，而且呢他们也非常有强大的力量。其实我认为啊，它是我们的一种的危机，它也就是我所说的敌对的一种的力量，由他们来到呢是提出各种各样使到呢那个的特朗普面对的一些的问题。他们因为呢这些的媒体从一开始的时候，他们就估计错误了两个的情况。第一个，他们低估了这个的民粹主义、民粹的力量；第二呢，他们也低估了特朗普胜利的一个的机会率。他们一直在说呢，是希拉里一定会胜利的，所以呢，他们一开始就敌对着这个的特朗普，因此呢，他们也不会这个的放弃对于这个的特朗普政府的各种各样的一个的报道的消极负面的报道，而且呢，他们就是创造了这个的俄罗斯的这一个的骗局。那么他们就不断的来到说出是特朗普跟俄罗斯之间的关系。其实现在呢，这一个的报告已经是证实没有这一种的关系。可是我可以告诉大家呢，这一个的媒体以及是我们的民主党不会放弃各种各样的来到呢去造谣，来到呢去报复这一个的特朗普总统的。
From comic books over here, the graphic novels, there was a great saying, one of the graphic novels, who watches the Watchmen? And I think that you'll see now in the coming weeks, President Trump is now going to turn the tables, and you'll hear a mantra, investigate the investigators. And I think this is very important for our democracy. I think it's very important for the freedom in our country. This project called Crossfire Hurricane, which was, and it was Attorney General Barr that called it spying on the Trump campaign, the whole initiation of that effort. Who was involved? Who decided it was a good idea? Who was involved in it? How did it get funding? Who authorized it? What information did they have? How did it get started? All of that, I think, is now a new phase of this that you're going to see. And I can say this as somebody that knows President Trump. He's relentless in these things. And I think he feels that the initial investigation was a hoax. I think he feels like the special prosecutor was, although he cooperated more than any president of the United States, he cooperated with his staff and with documents. I think you're going to see now that he feels that righteously it deserves to have a thorough investigation, just like he was investigated and his staff was investigated and the whole process was investigated. I think he feels now who watches the watchmen. And so I think you're going to see this investigate the investigators is going to be another whole aspect of this that will take up a lot of time, a lot of effort, and will be something that we'll have to see what happens on this. But this is, I think the future of this will be this continual battle of the media and Trump. In the second part will be President Trump justifiably, I think, and I think it has to happen. I think it has to happen for the good of our country. About exactly what went on here and what's the aspect. Look, particularly those watching in mainland China, democracy is very messy. It's the messiest system you can have. But remember, when the little guy gets a say-so, when people get the thing, you have checks and balances. I think it's a pretty perfect system, and that you at the end of the day you come to a conclusion. But it's a very messy, and it's constant fighting. And so I think we're just going on to the next phase of the fight.
那么呢，你知道我们在美国啊有一个的这一些的动画叫做是看守人啊。那其实当中有一句话，我觉得非常的这个的合适来到形容我们今天这个的特朗普以及是穆勒报告的一个的局面的，就是说是谁来监视着这个的看守人。那么因为你看呢。穆勒他在进行这个的调查当中，很多的调查员动用了很多的调查员，他们不断的来到跟特朗普的总统来到去见面跟他的家人，跟他的一个的政府的官员，没有一个的总统面对那么多的这个的问话的一些的这一个的时间，也没有一个的总统面对那么大的一个压力，与这个的舆论以及是这个的媒体的压力。所以呢，他还是在尊重了整个的一个的调查的一个的过程。那么所以的话呢，我觉得现在呢，我们知道特朗普总统要把枪支掉头了，现在是由他来到这个的做出一些的行动了。那么所以就是说，他提出一点，就是说呢，谁来到看着这一个的看守人呢？所以他就要说，我现在要对这一些的看守人，就是一些的调查员，也要对他们进行一个的调查。为什么呢？就是说是你们是如何调查我的呢？你们这个的调查当中有什么的人是来到呢？有参与呢？有什么的资金呢？资金来源是在什么的地方呢？也有谁来到呢下命令，而且是授权你们来到做这一些的调查，而且做这方方面面的不同的这个的范围里面的一个的调查呢？所以呢，由特朗普总统面对了各种各样的压力以后。对于这个的媒体不愿意来到放弃对他的各种各样的一个的创造麻烦问题以后，他现在也采取了行动。那么我觉得他这样做呢，还是有合理的，因为为什么呢？我觉得不能够是由一面倒的让这个的舆论以及是这个的媒体来到呢进行任何的行动，是吧？我们必须要有平衡，也必须要有这个的检查，也制衡。所以的话呢，现在特朗普总统也说，我必须要是调查那一些的调查员，也要看他们的操作是怎么样的，资金是怎么样的，谁的下的一个的命令谁授权的。那么所以就是证实我们这个的国家呢是一种的民主的一个的国家，民主当然也是一个的不是很 干净的一种的一个的机制，很多的混乱的情况的出现，也有很多的争议的出现不是很清楚，一个的有一个的主要的权力的局面，不像是一个的独裁的一个的政权，一个的民主的情况呢，就是说是很多的普通人都可以发出他的声音，提出他的意见，而且是受到重视。那么就是产生了一种的权力制衡，而且是互相监察的一个的平衡的力量。所以的话呢，在我来说，这个的民主的机制呢，还是比较是完美的。
我觉得刚才班农先生说了穆勒调查报告他的观点，我相信任何有良知的人，在目前的世界情况下，希望美国真的强大下去。只有美国领导这个世界呢，这个世界不再进入到我们100年以前那些荒蛮的时代再有这个希特勒的这种野蛮，中国文化大革命的这种野蛮，人道的危机。民主社会不完美，但是现在相比它是最好的，所以我们希望美国强大。美国我从来不认为是个国家，美国是全世界经营聚集的一个聚集的舞台就像这个曼哈顿86%的人都是外来人口，包括美国这个上万种语言和民族来到这里。我认为美国是世界精英和文明的一个所在地。那么希望美国强大。那么接下来请班农先生谈一谈，就是穆勒调查报告会和总统这个现在已经可以说他更加自由更放得开了，会如何的影响中美关系和中美贸易？中美贸易到现在发展是什么情况请他简单的给大家说一下，谢谢。
I think that Mr. Bannon, that you have a great understanding on and an analysis of the Mueller's report, but I believe that any person that is conscionable that would wish that U.S. will continue to be great, and then the U.S. can continue to lead the rest of the civilization, so that times like Hitler, times like the Cultural Revolution will not happen again, that caused such disaster in a humanitarian aspect of our world. Now, but then the thing is that we know that democracy is not perfect, but perhaps it's the best mechanism that we can have. We also know that America is a country full of elites, and so many people, they are all immigrants, and we have so much diversity, and that makes this country great, and it will continue to be great. So now let's have a change that from the Mueller's report, since the Mueller's report is now being published, and then so that the more of the investigation on this side, perhaps it could relax a little bit, and so that the government can turn their attention more to the U.S. and China trade negotiation. So what do you think about now is the situation on the China and the U.S. trade negotiation? What do you think that is going to happen in this area?
Well, the one thing that we know that's different than even the last time we had the broadcast is they've now said that any agreement at all will not come, and any signing ceremony won't come until at least it looks like President Trump's trip to Asia, to Japan in late May or maybe sometime in June. I think there's a G20 meeting in Osaka. I know the president, I think, is scheduled to go to Japan to go see the new emperor. And there's the G20 in Osaka. President Xi will be a part of that. And so now they're talking about this thing even being pushed off. Miles, Reuters reported the other day, Reuters, the big news service, reported that subsidies to state-owned industries may be off the table right now. There's some confusion about these deep verticals that are being negotiated and where that really stands over and above the trade agreement, which is really to try to at least try to get some balance between the U.S. and China. The deeper are these structural issues around the Chinese economy, and that really is to bring it more into unison with the world economy. Miles has said from the first time I met him is that one of the ways the CCP gets their cash that they then money launder throughout the world. Because what the CCP likes to do is to take the cash and to get it outside of China and put it into real estate in London and New York. for themselves, not for the Chinese people, I might add, but for themselves. And one of the ways they get cash is through the state-owned industries. It's really the part of the big cash flow for the CCP. And so I think it's disturbing that that might be off the table. I think that forced technology transfers, and particularly these subsidies to the state-owned industries, were supposed to be two big ones. I think it's up in the air of where we really do stand right now. One of the big aspects is monitoring and execution on this deal. But the sooner we start to integrate China into the industrial democracy's world economic system, the sooner the working people in China are going to get a better deal. They're going to get better wages. They're going to get better environment to work in. They're going to get less pollution, all of that. And so I think that we're going to have to see how this turns out. But this is, to me, is the biggest negotiation of our time.
其实呢，我觉得现在的话呢，这个的。我们不会很快的看到有任何的签订任何的这一些的协议了。那因为呢，我知道在下来的话，特朗普总统也可能要去是日本参加这个的大阪的这个的 G20 的一个的峰会。那大概是在习近平总理呢，可能也会到那边参加的，也会去见那个的新的这个的天皇。那么应该是在5月底6月初的时候吧，那可能有最新的进展呢，我也要等到是那个的时候，我们才会看到有哪一些的新的发展的。那么所以呢，在最近就不会看到有任何的一个的协议的签订了。当然我可以说呢，就是说据我所了解的话呢，我们其中一个的非常重要的要谈的一个的事情，就是说是在一个的谈判当中要谈的呢，是一个的关于国家企业、国营企业的一个的补贴的问题呢。这一方面呢，可能我们将不推进这一方面的谈判。那么就是说是呢，美国希望中国可以改变。那么中国的结构性的经济这一方面的各方面的谈判呢，也可能会暂时的来到那缓慢下来，就不会去再谈这个了，因为他们是希望是推进别的一个的中美贸易协议当中的一些的其他的一些的条件，所以呢，这一些的地方结构性的话呢，就不那么的深入的去讨论它。那么当然，其实我觉得呢，这个是一个的错误，好像是文贵前也说过了，每一次这个的中共获得现金，他们就可以拿到国外去不断的洗钱。那么比如说是呢，这个的现金获取最佳的途径就是国营企业。他们通过国营企业的操作获得现金，可以拿到去伦敦呀，或者是其他的西方世界国家去买房子。但是这些买了房子以后，其实不是国家国民老百姓享用的，都是他们这些的高级领导自己个人的一些的享受。所以的话呢，那么其实这一种的情况下，中国进行强迫性的技术的转移，以及是国家企业的这一种各种各样的补贴，让他们成为一个的洗钱的工具。这一些呢，如果是不谈，中国不能够改变它的经济的结构，那不能够是跟全世界的经济接轨的话呢，其实也不能够改善是中国老百姓的生活，它的条件各方面的一个的情况。所以我认为还是一些的错误。
I'd like to, and I want to turn it back over to you. I think where it stands, I said this, I was at in Rome 2 weeks ago, I was brought over there to talk about the CCP and to talk about inroads made into the Vatican and into Italy. And I gave a live interview to CNBC, and I said at the time, I think they're now hawks or, very hardcore guys in the CCP are saying, hey, we may not need a deal at all. If the Americans want us to make fundamental changes, we're just not going to make fundamental changes. And you may have these populists, you may have these nationalists, you may have these people who support Trump, these blue-collar people, and you may have people like Lighthizer and Navarro and Bannon, and they're saying all this stuff. And however, we got a system we think works for us because it keeps us in control. And we've got Wall Street that's prepared to finance us. So tell me where our problem is. You've got these terrorists, but hey, the terrorists are bad, but you know what? The terrorists hurt the economy, but it really hurts the little guy in China. It's not hurting us. It's not hurting the elite in Beijing. They're living fine. There's no change of their life. And so I think we could be in a situation where some of the hardest core, what I call hawks. Now, I'm a hawk here in the United States, and Miles is a hawk, and we have, other hawks that are, very adamantly opposed to the CCP, particularly the radical cadre that runs it. But there's also hawks in the CCP. And I think, and I said this 3 weeks ago, I think you're seeing, and one of the reasons this keeps getting pushed out, you now have the hawks that are saying, hey, there's got to be some real changes. And there's guys in Beijing saying, why does it have to be changes? Our system works for us. May not work for the little guy in China, but we don't really care about the little guy in China, right? That's his problem. And he doesn't have any power. We've got the power. And we've got the economics, and we can still suck cash out of here. And so things are just fine. And we've got Wall Street and the City of London and the party of Davos, all these people, Xi went to Davos and they called him a hero. So tell me where the problem is. And I think, and that's why I like to toss it back to Miles, I think you're now in a situation, that's why this keeps getting backed up, that you got two harder core groups that are saying, hey, we need change, and they're saying, nah, that's too much change.
但我觉得下来的话呢，中美贸易谈判呢将会是陷入一个的僵局。为什么我会这样说呢？因为我们看到啊，其实我在这个的梵蒂冈意大利的时候，我是接受过这个 CNBC 的访问的。当时我已经说过一次呢，其实说我看到下来，美国我们是有鹰派的人士，鹰派的人士就是说一些的反共的人士啊，比如说我呀，文贵啊 ，Lighthizer 呀，或者是 Navarro 啊，这一些都是美国的鹰派的人士。但是我看到呢，是现在中国参与这个的中美贸易谈判的人也更加的鹰派了。就是等于说他们也是非常的强硬，他们就是说是你美国需要我做出结构性的改变吗？我为什么要做结构性的改变？我为什么要跟别的国家、别的世界的这个的体制要结合起来呢？我们现在很好呀，我们通过国营企业，我们可以有很多的这个的现金，我们有华尔街帮助我们，我们要伦敦帮助我们，达夫就觉得我们简直是英雄一样。我们现在现行的制度可行啊，我为什么要改变？所以他们就非常的觉得这个的是鹰派强硬，不退让，而且他说关税好啊，你征我的关税，我就付关税吧。这个关税对于我就是等于说是中国政府少数集权人士他们自己的生活来说产生什么影响？没影响啊，它只会是影响着老百姓的生活。那么当然他也不管老百姓的生活呀，他也不管民生呀，所以的话我为什么要做出改变？我为什么要让步？所以我们现在看到的情况就是两国鹰派的人士都站稳在自己的这种的这个的立场上面，不让步的话，可能就要有一个的陷入一个僵局，要发展下去还是有点困难的。
那从目前来看，中美贸易啊，就当初我说的中美贸易谈判最终以非常滑稽荒唐的结果而结束，一定是这样子的。这个半松先生可能他没注意到，我这在很早以前就这么说的，现在真的发生了。那么接下来我们要谈另外一个话题，就是说本来 G20 在日本要举行，川普总统和安倍首相他是可以在那见面的，但是这就差2个月的时间。我刚刚听说就下一周安倍首相要马上飞来美国和川普总统要紧急见面。这是有什么样的改变？是中美日关系发生了重大事件，还是说习近平主席在访问日本的问题上，或者说在北朝鲜最近发生一系列的奇怪的事情之后安倍首相又紧急的访问这个川普总统来了请半泽先生谈谈这个问题。
In fact, I had said that before, that it's going to be ended with some kind of it will be having some laughable ending, ludicrous ending for the U.S.-China trade negotiation. And then it seemed like it is going to head towards that kind of ending, and perhaps that my prediction is coming into reality again, right? Now, Mr. Bannon, I hear that now Abe is going to come and meet Mr. Trump, President Trump, very soon. Now that we also know that they were supposed to meet later on in May, but then with the sudden turn of the event, that Abe is meeting with President Trump next week. So what prompted that visit? Is that because that there are something that is suddenly changed between the situation of U.S., China, and Japan, and also that perhaps that may be something that Xi Jinping visiting Japan, and then North Korea having some strange things happening over there. So maybe that Abe did not know what is going to do, what to take it. So therefore, that he wishes to visit Mr. Trump and discuss about that situation. So what is your take on that?
Well, first off, Miles, I think it's part of all that. It's a little surprising. As you remember, I spent I think 8 days in Japan about 3-4 weeks ago. I gave a number of speeches all over the country. I was on TV. I actually talked to the Prime Minister Abe's party, the LDP, at the Diet, at their headquarters right there, and gave like a 2-hour presentation to them. I think that there are a number of things. And it kind of surprises me. I mean, I don't think this has been planned. This has just come on to the books. I think Abe's coming to, I think maybe Washington and Mar-a-Lago, like it was last time, one day in each, or maybe just going to Mar-a-Lago. I know he's scheduled to play golf with the president, I think on Saturday. I think it's part of everything you talked about. I think one of the most important things is that since the president was scheduled to come to Japan in May, it's pretty extraordinary that Prime Minister Abe, given President Trump's very busy schedule and his busy schedule, would carve out 2 days just to fly in and spend 2 days with him. I think it's a number of things. I think one, it's the America-Japan deal, about that trade deal to get going. I think it's also about Korea. I believe it's a big part of this is the trade deal with China. The one sense I got from Japan is just like from Taiwan and from Hong Kong, there's been a big change in East Asia. The CCP is being much more aggressive, whether that's trying to renege on the deal of the one country, two systems in Hong Kong, and trying to take away the freedoms of the Hong Kong people, whether this is new, obviously, pressure in Taiwan, whether this is pressure in the East China Sea, in the Philippines, in the South China Sea, all over in Korea. The one thing I can tell you from Japan in my visits, and like I said, I've been going to Japan since the 1970s, and I've been in business with the Japanese since the 1990s. There's a real sense of tension over there. Much higher perception of tension than I think here in the United States. And if nothing else, I believe that what Prime Minister Abe will tell the president, one of the things he'll tell the president is just that, things are moving very rapidly in East Asia. Things are moving very rapidly. They're going to have world implications. And I think that's the number one message he will bring. There's obviously a lot on the Japan-America relationship. There's a lot about Japan and China that I'm sure they're going to discuss. And also, I think they're going to talk about the importance of this trade deal. Remember, I've said about this trade deal, this is not a trade deal. This is an armistice. This is about the economic war that the CCP has run against the industrial democracies, whether it's South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, the United States, Europe, Canada, and the Chinese people. Remember, I think my saying is that, we now have a system where slaves in China make product for the unemployed and underemployed in the West, and that system just cannot continue on. The people in China have to be free and have to have full economic benefits of what's going on in the world, in that the CCP just can't continue to export this deflation in excess capacity. And so that's why I call this an armistice. I think for everybody that watches these broadcasts, a big development is that the Prime Minister of Japan has decided to essentially fly over here for a 2-day consultation with the President of the United States. I think it's the two big things this week were Terry Grove's announcement that he's now going to run for president of Taiwan, and that and that Prime Minister Abe has decided to take some time out of his schedule and fly, what the 16-hour flight or 14-hour flight it is to fly to see the President of the United States. But those are two very big developments.
对，其实呢，我是这样看的啊，我呢4周前吧，我也 去过日本，在那一边是待了8天的时间。我在当时呢是在电视上呀，以及是在全国呢是进行过很多的这个演讲，也是跟这个的安倍的政府呢的很多的官员们是见过面的。当然呢，当中我不知道他将要是过来跟特朗普总统见面，我只知道呢他们是在5月份的时候有一个的已经是安排好有一次的见面呢。所以的话，对于我来说也是很吃惊的一个的事情。听到他竟然长途的飞机14个小时就过来跟他见面2天，当中一定是有重大的事情的发生，是来到呢引起这一种的这个呢那么大的一个的行动的。那他可能来到的时候呢，有可能是先到华盛顿首府，有可能去海湖山庄，那么有可能就直接去海湖山庄跟特朗普总统是打2天的高球吧。那当然呢，2天而已，他们要谈的是什么呢？据我的了解的话呢，贸易是中美的贸易的谈判，一定是他们的这个的谈话内容之一，也会谈到是北朝鲜的一些的事情，当然就是这个的日本中国关系也会是一定会谈到的。因为我知道呢，是日本现在特别的就是关注这个的台湾最新的发展，以及是香港的一些的最新的发展。那么从前是在已经我们知道是香港是一个的一国两制的，有一个的自由一个的民主的一个的地方啊。那么当然现在是改变过来了。那么台湾呢，现在突然间呢，这个的郭台铭也又宣布也要进行这个的总统。那么出现了这一些的事情以后，日本特别就是感到一些的紧张，他们会对于呢这种的情况的改变，对于这个的东海以及是南海各方面的情况都会出现一些的改变的。因此我相信他是要过来跟这个的特朗普总统呢是谈到这个的中日美日的关系，这个的日中的关系，以及是呢这一个的贸易一个的谈判上的一些的关系。那么因为呢，我相信他会感觉得到呢，是中国这样的一些的改变，亚洲的情况也是出现了改变，有可能战争发生，这个的危机也可能会有一些的提升。那么我们也知道了，那么我们也说过，其实这个的贸易这个谈判呢，这个其实不仅仅是一个的贸易的谈判。那么日本也感觉到这一方面的一些的问题的，其实他也是感觉得到呢，这个的贸易谈判简直就是一个的经济的一个的战争，是中国发起对西方世界文明世界的一个的经济的战争，它不结合这个的世界的经济的体系，它会继续的用便宜的这个的劳工，然后呢就是取代的西方世界的各种的就业率。那么而且呢就是它的剥削了西方国家的一些的经济的能力，而且就是不断的输出这个的通胀，这个就是呢中国所做出的一些的一个的经济的战争。所以呢这个的情况不应该是容许下去的，我们必须要是创造一个的贸易上的一个的经济上的一个的平衡。
巴诺先生讲得非常非常好。我希望这次这个川普总统能在这种国际环境的情况下，能和安倍首相达成CPTT 的过去他已经被他 cancel 到的大西洋伙伴关系的贸易协议。我希望美国在这个事儿上应该川普总统做点创新，能回到过去的协议。另外一个呢，我觉得今天我们的直播的内容，大家这个呼应都非常的响烈都夸班农先生非常的帅，他刚刚瘦了12磅，我马上可能要付他钱了。对台湾的整个情况的讲得非常非常的好，而且我认为呢，还是这句话，我每次给班农先生讲，到现在为止，我也没看到美国，包括日本、西方国家看清楚共产党对世界的威胁，也没有人真心的面对共产党的威胁，也没有人下决心来解决共产党的威胁。我希望他们真的能打开双眼，看到这个已经在上空飘到了这块乌云不至于让他们走入到灾难。这就是今天我们直播的节目的全部内容。
I wish that there is a very fruitful result between the meetings of President Trump and President Abe. And then I hope that they can return our whole trade situation to the transatlantic partnership. And then I hope that Mr. Trump can be creative, and so they're coming out and give us a great success. Now that, and then also that I see that from a lot of the feedback on the website, there are a lot of the people, a lot of the audience sending out texts saying that Mr. Bannon looks great, very handsome, since that he lost 12 pounds. And then also that you perform wonderfully and give us great insight on the views on the Taiwan issues, and then US and the Japan issues. But the thing is that you see, I have said that many times, maintained that many times, that in the US, perhaps in Japan and the rest of the world, no one really seeing through what the CCP is truly about, and no one really trying truly to deal with the CCP's threat, and no one is really determined enough and truly facing the threat posed by the CCP and deal with it. So that I hope at the moment this is going to be a warning sign that they're telling us the cloud is coming, and that we do really need to deal with it. Otherwise, that we will all be living in the shadow. Thank you.
我觉得我给班农先生一再还有美国所有朋友说，中美贸易谈判不把中国的防火墙给拿掉，这个结构性谈判不谈的话不解决这些核心问题任何参与谈判的人都会是这场谈判的最后的罪人和输家最后都会成为这个 CCP 的笑话班农先生这个在这里我希望他更加的促进让美国认清真相，让西方认清真相，了解 CCP 的威胁。再一个呢，很多战友呢这个让我转达班农先生在过去的这1年多的时间里边，在全世界演讲当中一再的重申呢，我们反对的是共产党的极少数人，反对这个体制我喜欢中国人，爱中国，所以不反华不反中反共反共极端分子，大家让我转达对他表示的感谢
And also, Mr. Bannon, I must tell you that, that China-US trade negotiation, a very important topic is about the firewall of the cyber industry. You see that if China not going to take down the firewall, and that is not going to open up, and that is basically a great loss in our trade negotiation. So that if we are not going to make them take down the firewall, that means that we remain to be the loser of that trade negotiation. And you must convey that message to the government and make sure they understand the importance, the significance of the firewall posed to our nation. And then another thing is that a lot of the audience want me to convey this message that to you, Mr. Bannon. In the past year, you presenting speeches around the world, you always maintain that we are not anti-China, we are not anti-Chinese people, we are only opposing and going against the radical cadre of the CCP. And then we anti-CCP, the radical cadre. So that you have made the message very clear. For that, we thank you.
Well, last thing, in fact, I can't wait for the day that my love and affinity for the Chinese people. I can't wait for the day, as messy as our system is, I cannot wait for the day that 1.4 billion Chinese get to vote and elect their House of Representatives, their House of Congress, that oversees the CCP, like Congress oversees the executive branch of our government. That will be a day of tremendous joy, I think, for everybody in the United States, for myself, and I think for the people in China, because that will be the day, the beginning of freedom for the Chinese people.
我也是要强调一点的，我呢是非常热爱中国，非常热爱中国的人民，我不能够呢等待。我是非常的这个的心急就是非常的希望是等候着那一天的到来，就是说是看到中国14亿的老百姓能够是投票选出他们的众议院、参议院，就是执法、司法的2个机关来到呢是监管着他们的行政的部门，就是说是中国的共产党来到呢为中国的这个的国家执法。 而且呢来到是这个的运作，那我是非常的希望是看到那一天的到来的。
法治基金呢是班农先生作为主席，凯尔拜斯先生作为主席，这个法治基金成为了中国人在海外最真正的家啊。法治基金让中国第一个要有法治啊，公平，让人们不过得像猪狗一样的生活啊。我们要就是第一个大声喊出来干倒共产党，干倒 CCP 的人，这是班农先生我们现在的使命啊，永远不会改变。所有给法治基金捐款的人，留好你的票据，因为这个地方法治基金这个大楼将成为中国人现在唯一的合法的希望，而且这里你们捐的每一分钱我们没有动过啊。我们要动的时候，我们会班农先生啊和所有的董事会告诉大家说，我们现在开始用钱了，往哪用，让大家都知道啊，这是向大家的承诺。班农先生是中国有史以来唯一的一个外国这个层次的人啊，为中国人啊这个争取法治、争取公平，不过猪狗的生活，一位外国朋友，我们应该终生感激。
So that here I also have this message that you see we have the Rule of Law Foundation. And then Mr. Bannon is a chairman of Rule of Law Foundation. And then also that Cal Bass is another chairman of another arm of the Rule of Law Foundation. You see, this is, I hope this is the home. This is the home of the Rule of Law. And I hope that this is also going to be a place where we can have a hope to do legitimate action and making use of the donors fund, and then all the donors that are making donation, they are going to have receipt, and without the chairman's permission, then nothing will be touched and nothing will be used. And also, this is our mission, and then the mission is that we are going to take down the radical cadre of the CCP, and that is the mission of Mr. Bannon and myself, and I pledge myself to you, and also that we must sincerely express our gratitude to Mr. Bannon, because you see, he is the only Western person that had wholeheartedly engaging in this fight of the radical cadre of the CCP together with us. We really thank you.
Thank you. Great honor.
Thank you. Thank you very much. 我们今天的直播呢？就结束了。班农先生还有什么话要说没有？
Our broadcasting should end here, but Mr. Bannon, do you have any more final words to impart?
Just for all the Christians and all the Catholics, underground church Catholics, and those even that worship at the Patriotic Church, but all the evangelical Christians. It's Holy Saturday here. It'll shortly be Easter Sunday, and so for obviously all our always wishing well to the Uyghurs and to the Tibetans and to the Buddhists and to all the people of China. Old 100 names, always our best wishes. But particularly since it's Easter morning or about to become Easter Sunday, to all the Christians, evangelicals, Protestants, Catholics, Happy Easter.
那对我最后呢是希望是对我们在中国的这个天主教徒、地下的天主教徒、基督教徒，以及是各个的基督教的这个的宗教派的一些的信徒们，还有是比如说是西藏人啊，还有是维吾尔族的新疆人，我希望大家是祝愿大家呢，在我们这个的复活节的星期天有一个的美好的复活节，谢谢大家。我们一起为14亿中国人民。和美国人民和所有的基督教徒、天主教徒和所有是有信仰的人们，为他们祈福。So we now pray for all Chinese people, Christian, Catholics, and Uyghurs and Tibetans and everyone. 哎呀，这个每次祈福的时候都非常的幸福，非常的幸福。感谢所有战友们的收听，希望今天这个直播呢，这个不是占用和浪费了大家的时间。感谢班农先生，一切都是刚刚开始，谢谢。 So that every time I pray, I feel such happiness and such contentment. Now, the thing is that I must thank you all for joining us, and then thank you, Mr. Bannon, for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you，谢谢，再见。
你们的 KP 当年选举时候说过啥？我简单的让人查查，你承诺过的事情基本没做到。当年他进去后，他最想抓的就是谁？把马英九干掉，你也没干马英九啊。然后把那个小巨蛋的事儿，你想搞定，你也没搞定啊，是吧？不但没搞定，你还跟这个官企。